Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. You know, a saying goes that the knife of a surgeon that he uses to save a life can be at the same time a weapon of murder in the hands of a criminal. So it is with many things in life, including social media. The same platforms used to communicate truth can also propagate error and division. You know, at a more personal level, our social media engagements can facilitate helpful relationships. It can connect people. Of course, there's nothing wrong with family updates, diba? Maraming nag-update sa kanilang mga social media accounts, reunions. They share their prayer requests, walang masama dyan. Or they share photos of their fond memories. Yet, even the most innocent of posts can also prove to be a significant time waster and a major distraction from more meaningful relationships and commitments. Ang tawag po dyan ngayon, mindless scrolling. And it is this mindless wasting of our time that the devil comes in, tempting us by our sight. If we enter the virtual world without intentionality, with the bombardment of images and posts thrown at us every day, it is so easy to fail in becoming good stewards of our sight. You know, the devil is always on the lookout on cracks and weaknesses in our defenses, the wall that we put up to combat his temptations. And when we lose our vigilance and fail in our discipline in our eyes, it is like opening the gates of our fortress to the devil to steal, to burn, and destroy our house. That is why a good and responsible stewardship of our eyes is paramount in Christian living. In our gospel, Jesus was stressing this importance because undisciplined and mindless use of this gift of sight can lead to blindness. First, we become blind guides by becoming disciples not of the truth anymore, but of what we mindlessly follow and expose our sight to. When our eyes are fixed on Christ, whether in the virtual or physical world, we will never lose our way. So it is good to ask ourselves, who do we follow? If in our engagement in social media, we lose sight of Christ, or we forget that we are Christians, we might be a disciple of someone else. And second, we become blind of our own failings. You know how easy it is to judge someone online by what they post or what others post about them. Ang dali silang husgahan. We cancel them right away. We bully them. Kinukuyog. Online mob. Judging them right away, even if we do not know them personally. And even if we do know them personally, we do not have the right to judge, whether in the actual or in the virtual world. We have become self-righteous, blinded by the wooden beam in our eye, yet eagle eyes on the splinters in our brothers' or sisters' eyes. When we fail in our stewardship of our sight, the consequence in our souls is quite devastating. And so, we need to recover the discipline on fixing our gaze on Christ. St. Paul, in our first reading, is telling us about training as if running so as to win a crown. In training, yung mga atleta po dito, we sometimes fail in our training. We sometimes regress. But if we continue with the discipline, especially the discipline on fixing our eyes on Christ, when the battle comes, when the race starts, we will not be disqualified, for we have disciplined ourselves, fixing our eyes not only to the imperishable crown that we will receive in heaven, but to the one who already won it for us. Saint John Chrysostom did the same. His life was indeed a race to the finish line. He had many oppositions in this battle, including royalty and even clergy. But he trained his eyes never to lose sight of the crown, and so he did not cower in fear. He proclaimed the truth, and he pointed out the mistakes of his time. A gifted orator and preacher, he earned the title Golden-Mouthed or Chrysostom. All these because he never missed a training that prepared him for the biggest race of his life. My dear brothers and sisters, let us all regain the discipline of good stewardship of our sight. Remember what Jesus said in the Gospel, when fully trained, every disciple will be like his teacher. If we want the victory of our teacher and master, train to learn the discipline and win when the time comes for our final race. It starts by fixing our eyes only on Christ. Amen.